What's up, everybody? It's your boy Trez. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with Premo The Great. And this is proper context. I'm gonna let you get into who you are a little bit, and yeah, just let me know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Premo The Great. South of Virginia. I'm in San Diego, California right now.
Okay.
I make music. I produce music. I just recently got into designing graphics, like cover art. Music always been a part of my life. I'm an author, as you can see, and the list just keep growing. But all in all, I'm a creator. You could say.
Okay, for sure. So I want to go into the start of it. Your first mixtape, Street Politics. That was 2015.
Yeah, so that was the first tape that I released on streaming services. My first actual tape was in 2014.
2014. Okay.
Yeah, like I had CDs and shit called the warm session.
Oh, is that when you started, or
yeah,
you started
before?
Okay.
That's when I started, and I actually lost that flash drive, so I don't know what happened to the music. So whoever got the CDs, fucking can still listen to it, but that was my start.
Okay.
The warm session.
For sure. So were you in Virginia at this time?
I was in New York.
New York.
Yeah, I was in New York during that time. I was 14. My boy AK, he found a studio. Well, he had a studio, and I was trying to find somebody to record with, and it was like a reasonable price, a super reasonable price. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna record with you, bro. And we did a tape in like 5 hours. We did a tape. Yeah. And then I went to the print shop in Brooklyn, got cases printed up. Went to the African dude that had the bootleg CDs, got the fucking cases, and then hit them up. So but I messed up because I didn't have no contact information up there.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. That's unfortunate. So New York. So how do you get to New York, first of all?
So my parents were split.
Uh-huh.
So that was me kind of like back and forth. It's like back and forth time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go from there, Street Politics, to Youngin Project?
The Younger Project. Yeah, so Street Politics, man, I really don't even hear like too much of a difference now. Maybe like in vocabulary or like production, but like my production like kind of always been like decent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would say listening back to those, you always had solid. The lyrics always top notch, and then production's been pretty. It's just not the same. It's like elevated, but you always had like a niche. I could tell. Yeah. Like a specific sound that you always like. Nah, this is like the Premo sound.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
And that wasn't even like Premo wasn't even my first name. My first name was YA, Young and Ambitious.
Oh, okay.
So
I remember
that's why it was called the Youngin Project.
Okay.
Young and Ambitious. That's what we called it. I didn't change my name till Die Rich came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure. Speaking of, what does Die Rich mean to you?
Die Rich, man. So, it actually comes from, obviously like something deeper than music. Mm-hmm. It started with something deeper than music, something other than music, and I just like the name. It just resonated with me. I used to sketch out like, dang, I want to do something with this. I want to do something with this. And my manager at the time, shout out to Ron Bishop. We was working. He was like, bro, I think that should be the name of your next album, Die Rich. That's the motto. That's what you want to live by. And at the moment, I didn't really foresee certain things happening for me. It was just like kind of in that moment. Mm-hmm. So of course we won't be. But as I matured, it was like, all right, I want to be rich in spirit. I want to be rich in knowledge. For sure. I want to be rich in character. And of course, but like overall, like spirit and like, an abundance of positive shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of Die Rich means to me. I got it tatted on my wrist when I was 16.
That's shit. Yeah. That's dope. So do you go from Die Rich to the book? Premium?
No, so I went from Die Rich to DSR as the brand. Okay. But it's still Die Rich. And DR, it's also my initials. You know what I'm saying? I made everything cohesive.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then I wrote the book in 2020. I actually had like a plot in my phone of Supreme and a skit and like how long the movie was going to be, the duration, the soundtrack, the character names and everything. And I still got it in my phone. It's a lot. But 2016, and it was going to be a movie about my life. And then 2020 came and, pandemic and, one of my friends at the time, they knew a publisher, but he was from Philly. He was like, man, you like to read, you might as well just like write you a book. You know what I'm saying? And then the book came about and it was perfect timing because we couldn't go outside during the pandemic. So all I had was time to write. and just dealt with life during that time too. And, just put it all to the book.
That was dope. I was about to ask you, like, what got you into wanting to make a book? Yeah. Like, normally you don't see that, especially people your age, like, wanting to become an author. Like, that's pretty dope.
Something different, man. Music is cool, and music is like a love of mine. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's gonna leave, but like, that's kind of really nothing. Like, in all honesty, that's kind of nothing really. Like, anybody can really rap. Like, anybody can do music nowadays. It's easy for somebody to do it. I don't know too many people that wrote a book. So that was like, all right, I'm proud of the music, but it's like a big accomplishment for me. This like something I'm super proud of. You know what I'm saying? So like, let me step on my comfort zone a tad bit, and still find out a way that I can be creative and showing people they can do something other than just rapping.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you see yourself doing another one?
Yeah, for sure. At first I didn't, but now I do. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been through a lot, like a life trials and tribulations since writing the book to now. Sure. So like more stuff that I can write about. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Maybe like self-help.
Okay. Yeah. So I think we skipped over 5 years later, because I've always wanted to talk to you about this project.
Yeah.
So
5YL,
5 years later, what is it? 5YL, what is it referring to? What was the process like making that? And that came before the book, or that came after the book?
5YL came. So it kind of went hand in hand with each other. Mm-hmm. But I started recording 5YL before the book came, before I even started writing the book. But it came out the same year. Like 5YL and the book came out the same year.
That's dope.
Yeah, but I started recording for 5YL before the book came, before it was even an idea. Okay. Yeah.
And is that referring to street politics of 5YL, or is that just like when you started making music?
When I started, and plus the producer, shout out to Jamar Johnson, man.
Shout out to him.
It was 5 years later that we had met. We had met 5 years prior to that, and I knew him on sports. I knew him on sports tip. I didn't know him on producing, but he was always like a lover of music. He hit me up randomly one day, bro. I got some stuff, bro. I'm trying to get into producing, so he had some spare time because he couldn't play due to the COVID. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They weren't playing sports, so he got him a beat pad. He was like, what should I use, bro? Blah blah blah. He sent me this beat called 350. I ripped that joint. And then he just kept sending me joints. And he was the first person that made me like want to freestyle, just freestyle, not even write to beats, just freestyle the beats. And it sounded good how it was coming out. So I just kept going, and that process turned into 5YL. We were like, man, we need to do a tape. You know what I'm saying? So we accumulated so many songs.
Is that your process now? Like, when you just make music in general?
That's not my process. I mean, at this moment, that's my process, because I got another setup again. But like, when I was still going back and forth to the studio, I don't really go to the studio unprepared. I kind of go with my stuff written down so I can like maximize my time. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste the engineering time or me trying to come up with stuff to say when I can have it already written down. Okay. So I can just knock out multiple songs versus focusing on what's next. What's the next bar? What's the next bar?
Who would you say are some of your biggest influences? I already know off the rip, Westside.
Westside Gun
is one of them. Who would you say? Probably if you had to give me like a top three, who would you say the top three?
We're gonna have to push it to 4 or something, bro.
Okay, we can push it to 4.
3, 2, all right.
We'll push it to 4. We'll push it to 4.
Westside, okay. Jay-Z, Jadakiss.
It's a surprise, honestly.
Sade.
Okay.
I wanted you thought I was going to with a rapper.
Yeah.
Sade.
Okay.
She's a big influence on me, bro. Like, as far as like her whole composition and how she structures her music. You know what I'm saying? Her voice, like it's just like magic. It's like magic, man.
That's dope. I was not expecting you to say that.
Yeah, it's like dope. Magic, bro.
That's dope. So let's see. Got to 5YL, Black Gold.
That's a documentary right now, man.
Shout out to the documentary. Amazing documentary, by the way.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shout out to Jay Clyde. He produced the whole tape.
Okay.
Black Gold. I sent him the Street Politics 2 album, and he hit me back on Instagram. He was like, "Bro, like you're so mature for your age to be rapping the way you're rapping." He was like we gotta do some stuff, man. So, the stars aligned. We got together. I went to Virginia. you know, to Norfolk and stuff. We politic, went to his crib. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole vibe together. And he was like, yeah, man, this you. You know what I'm saying? And we put together the Black Gold tape. You know what I'm saying? It's more of like a hip hop classic, nostalgic type of feeling when you hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like a boss up type of album, but showing you like, all right, the level that I'm at, the level that I need to get to, and the level that I came from. You know what I'm saying? So,
real shit. Real shit. Then that brings us to Grimy Luxury.
yes, sir.
Just recently dropped.
Shout out Jamar Johnson, he produced that, man.
Shout out to that. Do you find fun just working with, like doing like exclusive tapes with one producer?
I feel like that's how you build a sound. That's how you build like a specific sound, and you build a fan base like that too. Cause it's not you just promoting; it's the producer promoting it too.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And every producer has like that tag or like that you know they made it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we ain't got to say on name, but you know when you hear a certain beat, you know who made it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I think working with one producer or multiple producers, but like y'all have like a solid chemistry, it makes the music flow like well together and meshes well together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can create a sound together. Versus you going somewhere where a million other people work with that one producer or they might have the same exact beat. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it easier, you know what I'm saying, to create a sound when you work with like that solid producer.
For sure. So out of everything that you got dropped now, where would you rank your projects if you could rank your projects?
As far as like my favorites?
It's your favorites. Like the ones that have released like before Benzeeto.
My favorite tape, honestly, it's tough. It's between Street Politics and the first one.
The first one?
And Black Gold. It's stuck between those two.
That was a problem.
Cause Street Politics, you know, is basically what it is. Street Politics, like me talking about what's going on in my life at the time. You know what I'm saying? And Black Gold was like me talking about what's going on in my life at the time. But like, I'm in San Diego, California. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm desiring more in life. I'm talking about more in life. I'm vegan now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm showing people that it's cool to have a different lifestyle or to progress and mature and, you know what I'm saying?
Fact.
It just shows like that evolution side.
If you could you go into how that change of becoming a vegan really like changed your life?
My skin got clear, my beard got longer, you know what I'm saying? My hair got longer, my mind got clear. And I pay more attention to stuff that goes on around me. It's not even more so about what I eat no more, it's about what's going on around me.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I care about animals now. You know, so I didn't really like look into so many things going on with animals or hunting like we talked about before and stuff like that. Like I actually care about what's going on and like protecting, you know what I'm saying, wildlife and stuff like that.
Real shit. That's dope. I've got to make the change, bro.
And it's cleaner. You know, that was my initial decision. Like, all right, I want to eat cleaner. I want to feel cleaner. I want to not feel lighter. You know what I'm saying? Not like that, but just like I want to like know exactly what I'm eating, and it's good energy that comes from plants or plant-based things versus coming from an animal. Because now you're taking in that energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I definitely feel that. Even like I told you, like recently, like me coming, like being sick, like I've noticed my body telling me, like, bro, you gotta get some fruit in you. Like even before you know how I like to smoke, before smoking, that's just like, nah, bro, fuck that. Get some fruit in you. Can make a salad. You know what I'm saying? My body is really like making that change for me. I really want to do the vegan change, but I don't know if I can fully.
Man, it's up to you, man. That's what works for you, man. I tell you one thing though, blueberries put you in a good mood though.
That's true.
I don't know, something magical about those, bro. Something magical about blueberries put you in a good mood.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's up to you know, you gotta do what work for you. I ain't telling you to stop eating animals, you know what I'm saying? But like,
yeah, you gotta put it like that.
It's up to you, man.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it. So back to the music, Benzeeto. It's a completely different sound from anything that you've made.
Completely different.
Like, what made you want to go a different route with the sound?
I look at it as me growing as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just giving people a different side of me. You know, a more personable side of me. Me talking about my car, me falling in love with palm trees, me falling in love with Cali weather. me drinking coconut water now, me
Facts.
being vegan. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So just me on like a lighter tip versus street side of things, like rapping hardcore versus rapping smooth, luxury, chill vibe. You know what I'm saying? Good energy, positive stuff, motivational stuff. So it's always been motivational, I would say. But now it's like, all right, he talking about like a lifestyle change right now. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it was California that made that switch in you, or do you think it was something else? And the reason I ask that is because I've had that switch, like moving here, me being, recently moving here, I've had that change into myself too, especially within the music and ideas and everything else. So do you think it's the landscape, or is it actually something different?
Definitely landscape. I feel like it's always been in me though. I feel like me changing my lifestyle as far as like what I'm eating and how I'm moving outside is like always been a part of me. But now it's just kind of bringing it out. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of bringing it out. And yeah, man, it's some people tell me like you gotta listen to my music when it's like when they by themselves and when they deep. I don't want to just keep having deep music. I don't want to just keep having like, man, I gotta sit down and think about my life, man. I don't want to just keep having those type of comments on my music and feedback. I want to have like, man, this made me feel good today, man. This made me want to get some coconut water. This possibly made me want to go vegan. This made me want to cop a Benz. This made me want to smoke. This made me want to chill out. You know what I'm saying? To just plot on the next move, plot on the next like thing that could like get me somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I know the feeling, bro.
That's what
I came from making super depressed ass shit, and then it was just like I had a conversation with you. Like one first time we met, it really like you helped spark that change of like, damn, bro, there really is like more to life. Like nigga, we made it out here. We made it from Virginia. Right. We made it out here. It's like nah, bro, we can really shed positive light like in the music with it.
Hell yeah.
But that's dope shit, man. Like, is there anything else you want to talk about? You want to get out to the public? You want to let them know what's 2023 like for you?
23 is gonna be more music, of course. Keep buying the book. It might be another book on the way.
For sure.
For people that don't know, I'm active duty in the military, so that contract is gonna be null and void next year.
For sure.
I'm gonna be a civilian again. So I'm gonna be acting more. My face is gonna be out more. Y'all can see more of my personality. Benzeeto dropping January 1st. And more tapes, more collaborations. Just expect that. So just stay tuned. I come up with new stuff all the time. So just stay tuned. Diary Supreme, DIERCHSUPREME on everything but TikTok. On TikTok, Diary Supreme 1, because somebody got Diary Supreme.
For sure. For sure. Shout outs. You got any shout outs?
Shout out Jamar Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Jordan back there.
Yeah,
Shout out J. Clyde. Shout out everybody that contributed to Benzeeto. And I could go on forever, man. I could be saying for like 30 minutes giving out shout outs. But who helped me along the way, y'all know. I want to give a special shout out to AK and my cousin Covert though, because I wouldn't be as far as I am with music if it weren't for those guys. Shout out my pop, shout out my mom, shout out my sister, shout out my niece, shout out you. Yeah.
Facts. Dope.
Shout out Romani too. I got to throw her name in there. Cause she gonna be mad at me if I don't say that.
For sure. And shout out to Red Cup Gang.
Red Cup Gang, we hand me no name,
Yes,
baby.
sir. Yes, sir. You already know. It's your boy Trez. Proper context, and we out.